There's one Greenville neighborhood that relocating buyers almost never choose. And the funny thing is, locals absolutely love it. And why do outsiders avoid it? And what are they missing? Let's dig in. If you're relocating to Greenville, you've probably heard of areas like Simpsonville, Travelers Rest, and of course Downtown Greenville. But there's one spot that almost never comes up for relocating buyers just like you, and that's Augusta Road. Why is that? Well, let's talk about it. Hey everyone, I'm Reed Gray, a local realtor here in Greenville, South Carolina. I specialize in helping people just like you relocate to our area, and if you clicked on our video today, you're in the right place. And that guy, that's Harrison Williamson. He's a local lender here in town who does an extraordinary job. So if you're moving here and you're not paying cash, well, this guy, he might be a great resource for you. So Augusta Road, or the 05 as some locals call it, is one of Greenville's most established, sought after, and historic neighborhoods. It's tree-lined, full of character, and just minutes from downtown. The area developed in the early to mid 1900s, so everything that you're going to see here kind of ranges from charming brick cottages to large renovated luxury homes. And it's known for being prestigious with some of Greenville's most recognizable addresses. There's local shops, restaurants, Greenville Country Club nearby, which makes it one of those classic Greenville places to live. But here's the interesting part. While people moving within Greenville often set their sights on Augusta Road, people relocating here from out of state almost never do. And there's a few reasons for that. Or pat yourself on the back for clicking on this video because you might have just learned about the next place that you want to live when you relocate to Greenville, South Carolina. Let's dig in. First off, number one, that's going to be the price point. And homes on Augusta Road tend to be on the higher end. It's not unusual to see renovated homes ranging from the 700s into the $1 million mark. And really and truly, a $700,000 home here is probably one that needs a little bit of love or is smaller and lacking in some regard. It's possible it may be on a busier street such as Grove Road or Ferris, and really and truly, $1 million is probably what's going to get you in the door here. Now for relocating buyers who are comparing Greenville to online lists of affordable cities, Augusta Road really doesn't match what they imagine their budget could buy here in Greenville, South Carolina. Next, we've got inventory, and that's going to be another challenge and maybe why relocating buyers don't often consider it. Simply, there's not a lot of turnover. It's a tight-knit, established neighborhood, and when homes come on the market, or if they come on the market, they go quickly. And here, there's a lot of off-market transactions. So if you do find yourself interested in this area, working with a local expert is going to be key to finding those listings that may never hit the market. Or if you're relocating to Greenville and you have a limited window of time to buy, especially while you're here in town visiting, it can be frustrating to wait for something to pop up, or it might just not simply exist in that window of time that you have afforded yourself. Now on top of that, the style of homes here are significantly different from what many relocating buyers are expecting. They often want new construction with an open floor plan, big kitchens that are move-in ready with finishes that are just delightful. Now Augusta Road homes, they're charming and historic, but with character that you can't replicate. But they also come with some quirks like smaller closets, different layouts, or the need for updates. So that's not always appealing to somebody who wants something that's turnkey. Now I recently showed a home on Sevier Street in the Augusta Road neighborhood, and it was charming as all get out. But for $775, this place had a tiny kitchen. And as much as I love the area, if I'm spending nearly $750,000, I want a banging kitchen. So I totally get that. That being said, there are some people who simply want that zip code and they make those sacrifices to live in the 05. Nonetheless, finally, there's awareness. And if you're not from Greenville, you've probably not heard of the Augusta Road area. National magazines highlight downtown Greenville, the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and fast-growing suburbs like Simpsonville and Fountain Inn. Now, Augusta Road, it kind of flies a little bit more under the radar, unless you already live here or you know somebody who does. Now, to put this in perspective, where do relocating buyers usually go? They're often drawn to places like Simpsonville, Malden, or Greer, and especially Travelers Rest, places with new construction, planned communities, and more availability. Families may choose these areas for schools and amenities, while retirees prefer easier, low-maintenance living. Compared to those options, Augusta Road can certainly feel less obvious to somebody who's brand new to the area. So, who does move here? Well, typically, like I said, it's people who are already in Greenville. They figured out that this is a really desirable area and place to be, and who are moving up into a more prestigious neighborhood in the area. Or they just want to be closer to downtown and an established community, again, with schools that people really love. If you value character, proximity, and history, then Augusta Road is probably going to be hard to beat. But from my experience, when I tour relocating buyers through the area, they often love how it looks, and they'll say something like, well, this isn't what I had in mind, or this feels a little bit more expensive than what I was expecting. And that really sums it up. Augusta Road, it's a local's favorite, but it doesn't always line up with the expectations of somebody who's brand new to the area. To me though, it's a staple of Greenville, and it's kind of what I picture when I think of our town. So, while relocating buyers rarely move to the Augusta Road area, it doesn't mean it isn't a fantastic place to live. It just tends to be a better fit for locals who already are in the area and appreciate what it has to offer, and that's the big piece of it. If you're relocating to Greenville, South Carolina, and you're wondering which neighborhoods might be right for you, that's exactly what I help buyers figure out. Reach out to me using the contact information available on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe and follow for more insights about living in and around Greenville, South Carolina. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.